learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students.
Welcome students, Standard 6 English Textbook, Chapter 1.3, Autobiography of a Great Indian Bastard. So children, what do you mean by the term autobiography? Auto means self, bio means life, and graphy means writing. So autobiography means self-written account of the life of oneself, or we can say something written about someone by himself. So autobiography of a Great Indian Bastard is a story of a bird or the Great Indian Bastard, which is written by himself. That means the bird here is narrating his own story in his own words and in his own voice. Here the Great Indian Bastard is introducing himself by asking a question that, do you know which is the heaviest flying bird in India? Well, it's me, the Great Indian Bastard. He is very proud of himself and he says that he has 30 different names in various Indian languages, and in Marathi it is known as Marduk or Hum. It weighs up to 18 kilos and can stand up to 4 feet in height, which is almost equal to human being's shoulder. Then his father described himself that he has a long white neck, brown wings, tall yellow legs and black feathers on his head, which gives cap-like appearance. Now the male bastard is differentiating himself from female bastard by introducing his wife, saying, "My wife, Mrs. Bastard, is smaller and slimmer." That means female birds are usually smaller and slimmer than the male birds, and male bastard has a white neck, whereas female bastard do not have a white neck. But both look beautiful, but there are certain distinctive characters which help us differentiate between male and female bastard. Now in the second paragraph, he tells us about his habitat, where he lives. Here the Great Indian Bastard explaining about his habitat along with the other animals which live in the same habitat. So he is telling that he lives in the grassland along with some other animals like chinkara, blackbird and larks. He also tells us about his eating habit, that he eats snakes, lizards, small fruits and berries, and all sorts of insects. He also tells that grasshoppers and beetles are his favorite foods among all. Now in the next paragraph, he has described how he reproduces and gives birth to the young ones, the process of mating. He says that during the rainy season, they all gather at their favorite grasslands where people don't disturb them. They all dance by gulping air in the special feathery pouch attached below their neck. This pouch helps them to produce a sound, a deep, clear sound that continues for a long time. They dance in joy with puffed out feathers and cocked up tail and dropped down wings, and the females are impressed by that. So it is clear that they dance to impress the female birds. Next paragraph, it is said that the mother GIB, that is Great Indian Bustard, lays just one egg at a time, and they don't build nests, but they have a special trick to protect their eggs from predators, as the eggs look like stones. So they can easily protect their eggs from their enemies like monitor lizards, foxes, dogs, pigs, snakes, and eagles. The predators don't easily recognize the eggs and usually ignore them as it look like stones. The young ones hatches out of the egg as the wren arrives, and there is plenty of grass swarming with insects, fresh food for the family, and hence the young ones are taken care for nearly 1 year, and then only the mothers leave or release the young ones free. And by then the young ones learn many good habits from their mothers. In the next paragraph, the bird introduces Dr. Salim Ali. Well, Dr. Salim Ali was an Indian ornithologist. Ornithologist is a person who studies about birds. And Dr. Salim Ali is also known as the bird man of India. He had done a lot of research on birds. Dr. Salim Ali had even suggested that Great Indian Bustard should be given the status of the national bird of our country. But as we all know that the honor is given to peacock, another beautiful bird. But yet the Great Indian Bustard is saying that he is very happy because he has been given the status of the state bird of Rajasthan. Now the Great Indian Bustard is telling that they have got 10 sanctuaries for their protection, but their number is decreasing day by day. He is telling that earlier they used to live in all parts of India, but due to man-made activities and overexploitation, their population has decreased up to more than 90%. And they have lost their home regions, and they are now afraid of the hunters, and they are also dying due to electric power lines that they cannot see while flying. And today only last 200 of them are left in the world. And he is asking for our support or help. He suggested that how we can help him. He is appealing that we should help him to conserve his population so that they don't die or extinct like other birds. And for that we should build more sanctuaries and appeal to the leaders and talk to our parents or teachers about this. We can also make posters and drawings to create awareness, and most important, we should take good care of our environment and help this kind of species to survive. Children, I hope you got the chapter well. Thank you.